Natalie Stovall The Drive in the studio with Josh and Buddha. Josh, you're standing next to Natalie. We saw her at IU East homecoming, and I said, I'm impressed.
I told you a rose between two thorns in that picture.
Yes, she was the
Y'all
line
are
between
so
us.
sweet. Oh my goodness. I was really impressed that you guys were there because it was late for the morning guys to be there.
It was a little bit late. We may have regretted that decision just a skosh in the morning when the alarm clock went off after about a couple hours of sleep. But
Yeah.
we were glad to be there and glad you could make it here.
Oh my goodness. Well, we love IU East. We've played there before. We played there a couple of years ago, and it was so fun to come back because the students, they started this thing called the Natalie Facts, the hashtag Natalie Facts on Twitter. And it's kind of like the Chuck Norris Facts, but they just started making these things up. And it is forever entertainment for us in the van as we're rolling in.
You can check them out on Twitter, hashtag Natalie Facts. It is insane.
It
really is.
They're really creative with them.
It's amazing your dedication to your art. You said you've been at this now touring for 9 years.
Yeah, this is our 9-year anniversary on the road.
But yet when
officially.
you hit it big, and I think you'll do it this year, 2015, people are going to say, oh, overnight sensation.
Well, that's, everybody always says it takes about 10 years to become an overnight success. And I hope that that's true because that means we've got one more year. Like next year is our year, right? That's how that
true.
works. I hope.
No pressure. Buddha's just kind of predicting it and throwing it out there, so it has to happen now.
Well, hey, look who
I
she
like
was
that.
mixing with at the CMAs. Drop some names for us, Natalie.
Oh, well, Garth Brooks and Blake Shelton and Tim McGraw. Yeah, it was amazing.
Natalie, of course, the backstage host with the CMAs. How does that come about when you get the call from your manager? Like, do you think you want to do this?
Well, it was so crazy because we actually, the band and I, we got cast to do this JCPenney commercial that they wanted to air during the CMAs. And they were looking to use an up-and-coming artist. And then at the same time, the JCPenney and ABC, it was all closely tied in together. So ABC asked me to host the road to the CMAs, which we had been a part of because they had camera crews out with us on CMA Fest this year. And so it all just kind of snowballed into this thing. They said, oh, well, if you're hosting this thing, why don't you just come host the red carpet and the backstage experience? And I was like, yes, please. Anything else you need me to do? Because I'll host anything.
I will be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned at IU East that you have performed at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes.
How many times?
Well, I had my personal solo artist debut, if you can say that, when I was 12. And then the band and I, we got to play this last May. That was our first debut as a band together.
You've stood in the circle.
I have stood in the circle. It was incredible. Well, I worked out at the Opryland theme park when I was a kid. So that was one of the reasons that I got to do that when I was younger. But and it was great. And I played Mary Chapin Carpenter's down at the Twist and Shout. And it was so awesome. But ever since then, I've always dreamed of being back on that stage and playing my music and playing it with my guys. And so it's amazing that we've already gotten to realize that dream.
Give you the opportunity, obviously, for our radio listeners, you're going to have to check out the YouTube video, but you can introduce your band and give the guys the credit they're due, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so in the studio this morning, we have James Bavendam back here.
Good morning.
Yes, drummer. And he's from Seattle, Washington. And then we've got Miguel Cancino from Santiago, Chile. And Joel Dormer from Redding, California.
What's going on?
And we have a guest, I guess a drive-by member. Can we say that? Is that a thing? A drive-by member, Miss Annie Clements, who you have seen on stage with Sugarland and Amos Lee and Holly Williams, and she's just kind of bass player, singer extraordinaire, and so she is gracing us with her presence right now, being honorary drive member.
Now, while we have you in studio, we would love to hear a little bit of your new single.
Absolutely. We would love to play it for you. This is Mason Jar. Your kind of good lovin's bootleg, hard to find. You're my little white lightning, smoking you crossing county lines. You're my best kept secret, you're my hidden stash. And no, I ain't sharing love buzz. It hits me past your 100 proof. You know what to do when you love it, it's my lips. You burn me up inside. Your homegrown recipe got me howling while that moon shines. One dose of your sweet medicine takes me a little too far. Give me that remedy, let me sip you from a mason jar. double vision. My heart starts to pound. Gonna take prohibition to keep me from drinking you down. Knock at your door to beg you for more. I'm craving that rush. I can't get enough. When you love and it's my lips, you burn me up inside. Your homegrown recipe got me howling while that moon shines. One dose of your sweet medicine takes me a little too far. Give me that remedy, let me sip you from a mason jar. Sip you, give me that remedy, baby. Ooh, your loving ain't pretentious, it's down home. Ain't drinking from a long stem, I ain't worried about fingerprints. Your kissing gets me tipsy like a back porch swing, like a back porch swing. When your loving hits my lips, you burn me up inside. Oh, got me howling while that moon shines. One dose of your sweet medicine takes me a little too far. Give me that remedy, let me sip you from a mason jar. When your loving hits my lips, you burn me up inside. Your homegrown recipe got me howling while that moon shines. One dose of your sweet medicine takes me a little too far. Give me that remedy, let me sip you from a mason jar.
Wow.
Right? I told you.
I'm just saying 2015 is going to be their year. That's all there is to it.
Well, thank
Absolutely.
you very much.
And you know what? What I really appreciate, we have had some artists come through with a bar not too far from here, Brick Street Bar in Oxford, Ohio. Cole Swindell was in this studio before he ever was anybody. And it's so nice to have that relationship with you guys. So when you do hit it, you're like, yeah, I remember you.
Well, then you guys must have the mojo. So I feel like I need to just make sure I
is
touch
kinda
the desk
magic,
in
right?
here. And
It is.
Yeah, so because, I mean, Cole Swindell, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
He's doing all right these days. We've gotten to play with him quite a few times throughout this year. And what a sweetheart. He's just such a nice guy. And
Sam Hunt was in here too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See?
And that's before he was anybody.
Yep.
Wow.
So no pressure, but
No
it's kind of a thing.
Right.
It's like a Kick
No
96
pressure.
bump now.
You know what? I'm feeling good though. You guys you're giving us the boost we need right now.
We're going to put
so.
some videos up on our YouTube channel. Where can folks find you guys on social media?
NatalieStovall.com. You can always go there, and then we're all big into Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. It's all at Natalie Stovall.
And you can check out the hashtag Natalie Facts if you want to see what the kids at IU East are doing.
And please add to them because they are hilarious.
I found out your hair apparently holds all the secrets.
All of the secrets.
That's what they say.
All of them.
Josh and Buddha, Kicks 96.